My child, on this day, December 19th, I am stopping you with a holy interruption because there is something moving in the spiritual realm that requires your attention, your stillness, and your awareness. And if you rush past this moment, the same way you rushed through so many others, you will miss the guidance I am placing in front of you. So hear me clearly without distraction, without doubt, without delay. Stop going back to what I delivered you from. Stop entertaining what drains your spirit. Stop inviting familiarity that threatens your future. Stop negotiating with old wounds as if they can offer you anything new, because the place you keep returning to is the same place that broke you, confused you, and blinded you. And I cannot allow you to repeat cycles that heaven has already released you from. You are standing at a turning point, my child, and the next decision you make will determine whether you step into the blessing approaching you or step back into the battles that once devoured your peace. And I need you to understand that the enemy has been watching your progress, studying your habits, waiting for a moment of emotional vulnerability so he can pull you back into environments that suffocate your growth, people who disguise harm as comfort, opportunities that look beneficial but are traps in disguise. You feel the spiritual tension because heaven is moving and hell is reacting. The enemy cannot stop what I am sending into your life, but he is hoping he can distract you long enough for you to sabotage it yourself. That sudden confusion, it's an attack. That random emotional weight, it's interference. That urge to reconnect with what I told you to release, it's spiritual warfare in disguise. But hear me clearly, you are not going backward, not after all the healing you fought for, not after all the tears you cried, not after all the nights you stayed up wondering if breakthrough would ever come. I am commanding you today to pause, to breathe, to listen, because I am redirecting you away from danger you cannot see and guiding you toward the blessing you have been praying for. The reason certain people feel distant is because I pulled them away. The reason certain plans fell apart is because they were protecting you from hidden destruction. The reason you feel uncomfortable in places you once tolerated is because your spirit has outgrown what your past self accepted. You are stepping into a higher level, and higher levels require higher awareness, higher obedience, and higher discernment. Do not ignore that tightness in your chest. That is my warning. Do not ignore the lack of peace. That is my signal to turn away. Do not ignore the sudden clarity revealing someone's true intentions. That is me removing the veil. My child, I am not trying to take anything from you. I am trying to save what is ahead of you. What is coming is too precious to let the enemy destroy. What is approaching carries destiny, purpose, healing, elevation, and restoration, and the enemy only resists what he fears. And he fears you, because you are closer to breakthrough than you have ever been in your life. So listen to me now. Do not return to what empties you. Do not reach for what is familiar instead of what is divine. Do not let loneliness pull you into captivity. Do not let impatience drag you into counterfeits. Do not let fear stop you from stepping into the unknown I am calling you toward. I am clearing your path. I am protecting your future. I am aligning your steps. I am guarding your heart with my own hand. And today, December 19th, marks the day you finally walk away from what was killing your spirit and step boldly toward what will heal it. Obey me now, and you will step into the blessing I prepared with your name on it. My child, on this day, December 19th, I am stopping you with the weight of my presence because there is something ahead of you that you cannot walk into blindly, something that requires your full attention, something that demands spiritual clarity, because I see what you cannot see. I hear conversations you were never meant to hear. I discern intentions disguised beneath smiles, and I know the traps that have been forming around your path in silence. And today I speak with urgency, not to frighten you, but to protect you, to shield you from a decision that could delay your destiny if you move without my voice guiding your steps. You have entered a sensitive time in the spirit, a moment where distractions increase, familiar voices return, old pains resurface, and opportunities appear that are not opportunities at all, but cleverly disguised detours meant to take you back into cycles that I delivered you from. And so I step into your path on December 19th with firm love, steady truth, and divine authority to tell you this: stop and listen. Do not rush ahead. Do not ignore the tightness in your spirit. Do not override the warning I placed in your heart. Something or someone is approaching you with an assignment to pull you off course right before you step into the breakthrough I have prepared. You may think it is a small decision, a harmless conversation, a temporary distraction, but in the spiritual realm, it is a doorway, and if you open it, the enemy will enter with full intention to drain your energy, steal your focus, and silence the momentum heaven has been building around you. You must not go backward now. You must not repeat a cycle you already survived. You must not entertain what I already removed. You must not respond to voices I disconnected you from. When I take someone out of your life, it is never without purpose. When I close a door, it is never a mistake. When I create distance, it is never abandonment. It is protection. And yet the enemy knows your heart. He knows your compassion. He knows your desire to help. He knows your longing for connection. He knows the loneliness you have endured. And he intends to use those emotions to pull you back toward what nearly broke you. But hear me clearly, you are not who you were. You cannot return to what once wounded you. You have outgrown the version of yourself that tolerated what was beneath you. I have been elevating you quietly, healing you deeply, strengthening you internally, and the enemy senses that you are about to walk into something powerful. And so he is desperate, pulling old tactics, old faces, old habits, old fears, hoping you will forget how far I've brought you. But today I declare, you will not go back. You will not lose the healing you fought for. You will not surrender the freedom I gave you. You will not confuse familiarity with destiny. You will not mistake loneliness for longing. You will not reopen emotional wounds that I have carefully closed. The enemy is trying to whisper lies into your mind. Maybe you were wrong. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe you overreacted. Maybe this is closure. Maybe you should try again. But my child, closure is not going back. Closure is choosing peace and leaving what hurt you in the past. You do not need another conversation. You do not need another explanation. You do not need another apology. What you need is obedience. Obedience to the warning I am giving you right now. I am protecting your future spouse. I am protecting your purpose. I am protecting your finances. I am protecting your peace. I am protecting your growth. And yes, I am even protecting you from yourself, from your tender heart that sometimes invites danger because it has never learned how to stop loving people who never learned how to love you. But I am teaching you now. I am maturing you spiritually. I am elevating your discernment. I am sharpening your instincts so that when deception appears dressed as kindness, you will not fall for it again. And I need you to hear me with holy seriousness. If you walk into the wrong connection right now, you will delay the blessing that is about to arrive. There is a door opening soon, a door that will not stay open forever. There is an opportunity forming. One distraction could cause you to miss it. There is a spiritual alignment being prepared. One emotional entanglement could throw you out of position. Heaven is moving quickly on your behalf right now. Angels are being assigned. Conversations are being shifted. Hearts are being stirred. Favor is being arranged. Miracles are lining up. But you must stay alert. You must stay focused. You must stay in my presence. You must guard your heart with vigilance. The enemy cannot stop your blessing, but he tries to stop you from being in the right posture to receive it. So on this December 19th, my child, do not go backward. Do not look back. Do not reopen what I closed. Do not entertain what I removed. What is ahead of you is greater than what is behind you. What is coming will heal what the past shattered. What I am preparing will replace everything you lost. Remain in me. Listen to me. follow my guidance, and the blessing you have been praying for will not only arrive, it will stay. My child, as you step into this sacred space of December 19th, I am drawing near to the parts of you that even you struggle to face, the parts you bury beneath busyness, laughter, distractions, and silence. And I am telling you that today, I am not speaking to your strength. I am speaking to your wounds, your hidden grief, your quiet fears, your unspoken heartbreak, because healing begins where honesty lives, and I am ready to heal you in places you haven't allowed yourself to feel in years. I have watched you carry battles inside your chest while pretending everything is fine, carrying the weight of unprocessed emotions that grew heavier with every unspoken word, every unanswered question, every disappointment you never told anyone about, and I want you to know that I saw every moment where your heart tried to remain brave even while it was breaking. I saw the nights when tears carried stories your mouth was too tired to explain. I saw the moments when disappointment settled in your chest like a stone, making it hard to breathe, hard to hope, hard to trust. I saw the times you tried to convince yourself you were over it, only for the pain to resurface the moment you were alone with your thoughts. I saw the betrayal that shattered you in ways you still don't fully understand. I saw how deeply you loved, how pure your intentions were, how much you gave without hesitation, how much you hoped. And I saw how devastating it was when the love you poured out was not returned, when loyalty was not honored, when promises were broken as if your heart were disposable. I watched the way you blamed yourself for the actions of others, the way you asked, "What did I do wrong?" When the truth is, you did everything right. They were simply not capable of loving you at the level you deserved. My child, let me heal you from the lie that you were unworthy. Let me wash away the belief that something is wrong with you. Let me restore the parts of you that were wounded by people who did not value the treasure they held. Your heart has always been enough, more than enough, but they did not have the capacity to recognize it. And so, I removed them. Not because you were unlovable, but because you were too precious to remain in the hands of someone who treated your heart casually. I am healing the version of you that learned to stay silent to keep the peace, the version of you that accepted crumbs because you thought it was the best you could receive, the version of you that walked on eggshells around people who were supposed to care for you, the version of you that settled for attachment and called it love, the version of you that held on to people long after they stopped holding on to you. I am healing the child inside you who felt unseen. I am healing the adult inside you who felt abandoned. I am healing the soul inside you who felt forgotten by the very people you prayed for, sacrificed for, and trusted with your vulnerability. I am restoring your heart, layer by layer, memory by memory. I am touching the scars that have not faded, the triggers that still sting, the fears that whisper, "It will happen again." But hear me now. It will not happen again, because I am breaking the cycle that broke you. I am ending the patterns that wounded you. I am removing the emotional burdens that were never meant to be yours. I am restoring what was taken from you: joy, peace, laughter, trust, self-worth, hope. I am rebuilding you into someone stronger, wiser, softer, braver, freer. You will no longer give love to those who misuse it. You will no longer shrink yourself to fit inside someone else's comfort. You will no longer apologize for being sensitive, intuitive, loyal, and compassionate. I created your heart that way on purpose. Your ability to feel deeply is not a weakness. It is a spiritual gift. And today, I am lifting off the shame you carried for caring too much. I am removing the heaviness from your chest. I am calming the storms inside your mind. I am giving you clarity where confusion once lived. I am giving you peace where anxiety once ruled. I am giving you joy where sadness once slept. Your healing is not coming. Your healing has begun, right now, in this moment. You will feel lighter in the days ahead. You will breathe easier. You will laugh without forcing it. You will trust again without fear. You will love again without trembling. What hurt you will no longer define you. What broke you will no longer shape you. What wounded you will no longer follow you. This is your turning point, your emotional resurrection, your divine renewal. December 19th will be remembered as the day heaven touched your heart in places no human ever could. You are healing, my child, fully, deeply, beautifully, and nothing will take this healing from you. My child, on this day, December 19th, I am stopping you once again with urgency, not because you are in danger, but because your destiny is in motion, and the timing of heaven is sharper, tighter, more sensitive than ever before, and any distraction right now, even a small one, could pull your heart out of alignment with the blessing that is moving toward you. So I must speak plainly, directly, without softening the weight of my words. Be careful where your attention goes right now, for the enemy has been studying the areas where your guard is lowest, observing the places where your heart still aches, watching the moments when your mind wanders into old memories, and he is planning to lure you back into cycles you already overcame. Not because he is strong, but because you are so close to breakthrough that even he can feel the shift happening in the spiritual realm. My child, do not go back to what I rescued you from. Do not reopen doors that I closed for your protection. Do not entertain voices I once asked you to release. Do not revisit situations that stole your peace the last time you touched them. You think you can handle it. You think you are just checking. You think you are stronger now. And while that is true, the enemy is hoping you underestimate how quickly a familiar feeling can pull you off track. This is why I interrupt you today. Your destiny is too close to risk even a moment of spiritual wandering. You cannot afford emotional detours, mental spirals, or moments of weakness disguised as nostalgia. The enemy is subtle. He will not tempt you with obvious danger. He will tempt you with what feels unfinished, what feels familiar, what feels comfortable, even if it once broke you. But hear me, closure does not come from returning. Closure comes from releasing. You do not need to revisit an old wound to heal it. You need to stop reopening it. You do not need to understand why someone did what they did. You need to stop expecting them to become someone they are not. You do not need to re-enter the environments that drained you just to prove you have changed. Growth is not tested by returning. Growth is proven by refusing to go back. My child, the enemy wants to distract you not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. Not because you are lost, but because you are aligned. Not because you are vulnerable, but because you are dangerously close to stepping into the version of yourself that hell hoped you would never become. You are growing, you are awakening, you are maturing spiritually. Your discernment is sharper, your spirit is louder, your peace is more precious, your purpose is calling you forward. And that is why warfare has increased around your mind recently. The pressure you felt, the sudden waves of sadness, the random moments of overthinking, the unexpected spiritual tiredness. They were not signs that you are failing. They were signs that the enemy is attempting a last-minute interference. But he will fail if you stay focused. Do not go back. Do not lower your standards. Do not respond to old invitations. Do not give attention to what once caused you heartbreak. I am warning you because the blessing I am bringing is too holy, too delicate, too powerful to be placed in a distracted heart. What I am sending you requires emotional clarity, spiritual awareness, and mental stability. Not confusion, not old cycles, not familiar patterns. So guard your heart, guard your mind, guard your peace. Silence the noise around you. Block the distractions. Turn away from what feels easy but leads nowhere. And listen, when I tell you to walk away, you must walk away without hesitation. When I tell you to release someone, you must release them without arguing with yourself. When I remove access from someone's life, do not try to place yourself back where I extracted you from. My child, this is not punishment. It is protection. This is not rejection. It is redirection. This is not loss. It is preparation. What is coming is greater than what you are tempted to return to. The future I am preparing is bigger than the comfort you miss. The love I am sending is healthier than the affection you once settled for. The peace I am building within you is deeper than the temporary relief old habits offer. And I warn you today, because I love you fiercely, protectively, intentionally. And I refuse to let you sabotage what heaven has been preparing for years. Remember this: every time you let go of what I didn't choose for you, you move closer to what I have chosen. You are stepping into a new season of clarity, strength, maturity, and direction. But to walk into it, you cannot look over your shoulder. So hear me, my child. This is your divine instruction for December 19th. Stay focused, stay aligned, stay disciplined, stay obedient, stay forward. And as long as you do, not one blessing will slip out of your hands. Not one promise will fail. Not one breakthrough will be stolen. This is your warning, and this is your protection. Walk forward. Do not turn back. Your destiny is waiting on the path ahead. My child, on this day, December 19th, I am raising my voice within your spirit because I need your full attention. I need you to feel the weight of my words, the urgency of my tone, the seriousness of the moment you are stepping into, because what is approaching your life is too important, too fragile, too divine to be handled casually or carelessly, and I will not allow you to miss it. Not after everything you survived, not after every tear you cried, not after every night you prayed for clarity while feeling completely lost inside. This is why I am speaking firmly now. Be careful where you place your trust in this season. Be careful who you allow close. Be careful with the voices you entertain. Be careful with the choices you make out of emotion, exhaustion, or loneliness, because the enemy is watching your transition, studying your patterns, waiting for a moment of distraction to pull you off the path I have aligned with such precision. My child, you do not see the spiritual movement happening around you, but I do. I see the angels preparing. I see the enemies trembling. I see doors unlocking. I see blessings approaching, and I see traps forming at the same time, because whenever heaven begins to release something life-changing, hell begins to release distraction disguised as comfort, counterfeit opportunities disguised as answers, familiar faces disguised as support, but rooted in sabotage. This is why I must warn you now. Not everyone who reappears in this season is meant to re-enter your life. Some are returning because they feel your elevation in the spirit, not because they value your heart. Some want access to you because they know you are stepping into influence, favor, and prosperity, not because they were sent by me. Some connections that feel familiar are actually spiritual assignments meant to delay your blessing. Pay attention to who drains you and who strengthens you. Pay attention to who brings clarity and who brings confusion. Pay attention to the atmosphere around people. Do you feel peace or tension, hope or heaviness, comfort or anxiety, my voice or chaos? My child, I need you to guard your spirit like never before. You are not fragile, but your transition is sacred. You are not weak, but your destiny is sensitive. You are not being punished, you are being positioned, and position requires protection. Stop revisiting places I delivered you from. Stop responding to voices I silenced. Stop entertaining memories I healed you from. Stop trying to fix people whose assignment in your life has expired. When I close a door, it is not because I am angry. It is because I am preparing a better one. When I remove someone, it is not rejection. It is protection. When I expose truth, it is not to hurt you. It is to free you. My child, your discernment must be awake in this hour. Do not ignore the uncomfortable feeling I place in your spirit. Do not talk yourself out of the warning signs. Do not let emotional attachments override spiritual direction. You are stepping into a blessing that cannot coexist with the people who wounded you, who belittled you, who misused you, who manipulated your kindness, who drained your strength, who kept you small. If I allowed them to stay, they would ruin what I am bringing into your life. If I allowed them to walk with you, they would destroy the peace I am restoring inside you. If I allowed them access again, they would repeat the same patterns that once almost broke you. My warning is not meant to scare you. It is meant to save you. Save your mind, save your heart, save your future, save your blessing. Pay attention to your spirit. I am speaking loudly through the small things. When something feels off, it is me. When something feels heavy, it is me. When something suddenly shifts and your peace disappears, it is me. When someone's presence makes your heart tighten instead of rest, it is me. I am not confusing you. I am directing you. The enemy thrives in distraction, but I thrive in clarity. So hear me now. Do not return to anything that once made you beg for my rescue. Do not return to cycles you cried your way out of. Do not respond to invitations that pull you backward. Do not open doors you prayed for me to close. This is your season of forward movement, not backward wandering. Your blessing is ahead, not behind. Your healing is ahead, not behind. Your answered prayer is ahead, not behind. The wrong people will try to appear right. The wrong opportunities will look tempting. The wrong paths will seem easier. But my child, everything easy is not me. Everything familiar is not me. Everything attractive is not me. Watch for my peace. That is your confirmation. Watch for my warning. That is your protection. Watch for my alignment. That is your path. I have prepared something beautiful, powerful, and life-changing for you, and I will not let anything or anyone steal it, but you must listen now. December 19th is not just another day. It is a spiritual checkpoint, a moment of destiny, a call to attention, because what comes next will require your obedience, your focus, your awareness, and your willingness to let go of anything that cannot follow you into the blessing I have prepared. Stay alert. Stay grounded. Stay with me. What is coming is too important to lose.